Hello everyone, this is Rajshekharan from Trendrooster. I'm here to present one of the monthly income that we use every time. So it's very unique and option trading strategies and system. And let's move on, right? So it's a legal disclaimer. So neither Trendrooster or myself, Rajshekharan, do not hold any certification or anything. It's purely based on experience. So whatever shown in this content is a purely educational purpose, right? Please read the disclaimer for before proceeding. All right. So in our workshop, so typically we cover around 4 to 5 of monthly income strategies and systems. So the primarily is a Ironfly. It's also called a Iron Butterfly Option System, Snapper Option System, and Broken Wing Condor System, and Weak Condor System, and Iceberg Option strategies. So today primarily we are going to look at only in the Ironfly Option System. All right. Let's move on. So this is our grading mechanism, and also it's called a grading matrix, right? So it's very essential that we have to use trend as a first grading. Okay, so not many of the option strategies or traders typically they only look for IVs, and then when the IVs are expensive, they jump into some kind of strategies and play it. But primarily we focus trend grading. It's our proprietary model, and we call it as a phase analysis. In this phase analysis, only emerging and unordered phase, then we could deploy the strategies. Okay, then move on to next matrix. So now after this trend is says okay, then we are moving to next grading, right? Next grading is IV grading. So IV grading is we use IV rank or IV percentile. So in this case as IV rank. IV rank is 0 to 20, then we deploy iceberg, and 0 to 40, then it's essential for iceberg only. Anything fair or neutral market in IV environment, we deploy Ironfly and Snapper or weak condo. And anything is expensive, so IV rank is 60 to 80, we deploy Ironfly, Snapper, or weak condor or broken wing condor. Anything we say in IV rank is more expensive, 80 to 100 percentage, it's more expensive, right? We deploy only broken wing condor. Anything, this area is actually we are fair to more expensive. Basically all these systems and strategies are betting the short volatility. Okay, all right. In this area it's more cheaper. When anything to 0 to 40, we are betting the long volatility. It's designed in such a way that it works, right? So today we are, focusing on Ironfly system, how to deploy Ironfly system, right? Let's move on. So we're going to look at this Ironfly system in depth, right? And so it's how good the system is. It's a kind of reality check. Any strategies comes with good, bad, ugly. It's not just bad alone, all right? So it's the good part of the system and the bad part of the system and the ugly part of the system. And next we're going to look at these rules of this Ironfly system, and upside adjustment system and downside adjustment system, profit taking and exit rules, right? It's very clear. Let's move on. The good part of this Ironfly system is it's always theta positive, and it's front month only, so we're not making any calendar or anything. It's no IV risk, and it's defined risk strategies. So any butterfly strategy is always a defined risk strategies. No need to find a trades. Month mechanical adjustment approach, and all adjustments are based on price points. No adjustments are based on Greeks, which is very essential, right? The bad part is it's kind of require consistent monitoring. It's not set and forgot. Okay. Then, as with any strategies, most of the strategies don't work with a big gap or gap down. Right? I think you might be familiar with that. And the ugly part, if the IV increased much more after the you trade initiated, it would result in drawdown. Certainly not a loss, but it would result in drawdown. Okay, now moving more into the rules. Trend grading. Okay, so first, as I said, we before we begin any of your strategy, we have a checklist and we do the grading mechanisms based on our matrix. So first grading is the trend grading. If we use phase analysis, in that it's supposed to say it's emerging or unordered. Then we go on to the IV grading. It's fair to expensive, right? It's fair to expensive. We look for it. It's something like 40 all the way to 80, right? And then IV rank. DTE, it's a front month. It's also you can go for next month also. It's possible, right? Next, we're going to apply 300 point each side iron butterfly. So, which means it's a 300 points. It's like this. The current market is, example, 10,900. So we deploy 10,600 put here and then 11,300, right? Sorry, yeah, 11,200 call here and 11,000, so 10,900 put and 10,900 call being sold here. Basically it's a high-end butterfly and 300 points wide. Okay, this can be varied. You can start with 300 and 400 or 500, whatever suits your needs. But before doing that, please do a back testing, right? So, and one more thing I forgot to mention, it's a deploy only one of the position because we're going to layer one more butterfly here or here when the market moves. So only deploy the one of the positions. So for the upside adjustment, add 300 points wide call butterfly, which means is if anything is moves, 200 points here, so 200 points here. So we're going to deploy one more butterfly, something like this, right? So let's draw it for you. So anything 200 points wide, so we're going to deploy something like this. Okay. So in the payoff diagram, so it shows like a Batman hat. This is what after adjustments in the upside, right? Okay. Hmm. So on the downside adjustments, so we're going to deploy the same thing here, one more butterfly here, and which we deploy two after two, which is a full position size. Something like this, right? So let's draw it. So we're going to deploy one more butterfly here, which is it's a layering on the existing butterfly. So it's payoff diagram, something like Batman hat, right? So this is how it looks like. Okay, so everything is above the water line, so you have a big area of making profit, probability of making profit. All right, so it's a very good, nice trade and easy to manage. Easy to manage. Further down move. So what we'll do, basically we'll just move into slightly. Once it's moved, as example, this is moved like you created like this. So we basically what we do further, we don't add one more layer of butterfly. We simply shift this, we shift this credit spread to the shift 100 points whenever the market moves. So we capture when you move and move further, it's become a condor. So no longer is an iron butterfly. It's become a full size condor. So you make profit from this. So when the adjustments are very clear, right? So let's move on. Let's see the adjustments in detail. So in a decision tree, right? So that's what I said in the diagram. So we start with iron butterflies. It's a 2x, which means it's a call and put that have been sold here in current market, say example 10,000. So we bought 1x in the 10,300 and 9,700 put option as well. So it's become this is one butterfly, right? So the butterfly is something like this. So butterfly is something like this. And then when the market moves this side, so you will be adding one more butterfly here layer, and then the results are like this. Results are like this. So anything you wanted further market moves down, so we basically shift this credit spread to mode. So basically like this, right? It will be like this. So this is how it works. So you anything furthermore, you have to keep shifting it to make it profit. Same thing here when market moves upside. market moves upside, so this is our primary iron butterfly. So market moves upside, so you will be adding another call butterfly on the side after 200 points, and then anything further move you will be shifting this credit spread to further move. That's what its example says. So this is a very detailed very detailed explanation of a tree model. So this kind of tree model in our workshop we cover every aspect of spreads and systems. So let's have a look at it. So this is kind of a similar decision tree for long call, long put, short put, bull call spread, bull put spread. So we have all these models for covering the spreads with adjustments. What to do when market goes up or market goes down, market is favorable or market is not favorable, what to do. You go through this kind of a decision tree or kind of a tree model where you how to adjust and how to change this, right? This is very informative and probably not available with most of the time. So it's where we put together this kind of models in our workshop. Right, I hope you're clear about this rules. So let's cover the rules again. Trend grading. So before begin, we grade the trend in basically Nifty. So it's supposed to say it's emerging or unordered, and once it is once it says unordered, then we move to IV grading. It's supposed to say fair and expensive. Then we go to the monthly butterfly. So we have deployed the iron butterfly 300 points wide. And once we deploy, we just have to sit and wait. And anything above 200 points smooth on upside or downside, we just follow based on our decision tree model. So anything 200 points move down, we deploy one more put butterfly. Anything 200 point upside, we deploy call butterflies, right? So that's position size also is mentioned here. So first we deploy one of the positions, and then we deploy two of the positions, right? Okay. So this is basically the adjustments rules of the Ironfly system. So let's move on to the profit taking and exits. Shoot for the moment you create a iron butterfly, you will be receiving the credit from the credit, right? It's a typical credit spread. You shoot for 60% of the credit or better. Do not shoot for more than 75% because you don't want to lose base risk further. Adjust or close if the credit increased by more than or 40% or 50%. Say you have more than 40% the credit, whatever is in you're making loss, then have a max loss and kill the trade. So this is our profit taking and exit rule. Right. Hope you're clear, and please subscribe trend. Please subscribe your Trendrooster, and thank you for this short presentation. And I'll be next video. I'll be presenting how to simulate this iron butterfly system using FN tester software, and I'll show you 2 out of 2. This is 1 after 2 part videos, and I'll show you part 2 video how to simulate this and explain which month worked better and which month did not. Okay. Meanwhile, you can follow me at my Trendrooster and my Twitter profile, or you can WhatsApp me or Telegram me using this number, or you can email me, right? And thanks for your time, and have a good day.